Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive shift in how businesses get discovered online. Seriously, it's a change that's quietly making years of marketing investment, well, kind of obsolete. And we're going to unpack exactly why that is.
Okay, so let me paint a picture for you. You've spent years, maybe even a decade, pouring everything into climbing to the top of Google. You are number one for your most important keywords. You're golden, right? Then you go ask ChatGPT or any other AI assistant who the leaders in your industry are, and your company's name is nowhere. Instead, it just confidently lists 3 of your competitors. This isn't some random glitch. This is the new reality. You see, that sense of security you get from that top Google ranking, it's pretty much an illusion. And the data proves there's a fundamental disconnect happening right now. Some are calling it the great decoupling, the separation of being visible to humans from being visible to machines.
Now let's look at a hard number because this is where it gets really eye-opening. According to some deep research from Ahrefs, less than 12% of the URLs that AI systems cite in their answers also show up in Google's top 10 results for the same search. Let that sink in for a second. Less than 12%.
So, what does this actually mean? It means your Google rank predicts almost nothing about whether an AI is going to see you. Nearly 90% of what these AI systems use to build their answers comes from sources completely outside of what we've all been trained to value, those top Google results. The two systems just aren't connected in the way you'd think. Your SEO investment is solving a completely different problem.
So, why? Why is this happening? Well, it's not just a different algorithm with a slick new interface. It's a completely different logic. The reason you might be turning invisible to AI comes down to a structural shift in what these systems are actually looking for.
And this table right here illustrates the core of the issue perfectly. Just look at that first row. Google's basic unit is the page. It optimizes for page relevance, and it rewards things we all know, like backlinks and clicks. But for AI systems, their basic unit is the entity, your company, your product, your brand as a whole. They optimize for how well they can classify that entity, and they reward things like semantic consistency and structured data. Totally different ballgame.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. For years, the whole game has been about making individual pages popular. Now the game is about making your entire company so clear, so consistent, that a machine can classify you and what you do with absolute 100% confidence.
And all of this creates a brand new, and frankly, critical business problem. It's called citation invisibility. You can have strong rankings, great domain authority, a ton of content, and still be a complete ghost in AI-generated answers, all because the machine just can't figure out who you are with enough certainty.
So, with a problem this big, you're probably wondering, okay, great, so how do we fix this? Well, the good news is there are experts who are already cracking this code. So let's meet the architect of the solution.
Meet Maria Dijkstra. She's a growth strategist and an AI visibility architect, which is a pretty cool title. She literally translates this new complex AI infrastructure into an actual go-to-market strategy. She works inside the very systems that are reshaping how businesses even get found.
Her experience is just so perfectly suited for this moment. We're talking 25 years building systems that make companies visible. She's seen it all. From building huge global ad systems back at Microsoft to scaling Fortune 500s and scrappy startups, and now she's applying all of that deep knowledge to solve this brand new AI visibility problem.
To tackle this, she's developed a whole set of frameworks. There's the algorithmic authority stack, which is like a 7-layer model to diagnose exactly where a company's visibility is breaking down. She applies this through her algorithmic authority audit, and the whole goal is to help you build your own AI visibility engine. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks and see how this all connects to a direct and potentially devastating impact on your business's bottom line. Because this isn't some theoretical marketing problem for the future. It's affecting sales pipelines today. According to Forrester, get this, 94% of B2B buyers are now using AI in their purchasing process. This isn't a niche thing anymore. It's not just for early adopters. This is the mainstream. The buying process no longer starts with a Google search. It starts inside an AI. And this is the part that if you're in sales or marketing, you've really got to hear. Your potential customers are asking AI assistants, hey, who are the best providers for X? And they're building their first list of companies to check out from that answer. If you are not in that answer, you are not on the shortlist, period. And this is the brutal consequence. It's not about losing a competitive deal later in the process. If AI can't see you, you are never even considered.
You become totally invisible at the most crucial stage of the buyer's journey, the very, very beginning.
All right, I know this all sounds pretty significant, but here's the good news. It's solvable. There is a clear, actionable path forward. It just starts with understanding the new rules of visibility.
So your first step is to get educated. Go to mariadykster.com to learn about the frameworks we've been talking about, like the algorithmic authority stack. You can really dive deep into why this is all happening and, more importantly, what the real fixes are.
And, this whole landscape is changing so fast. So for ongoing analysis and strategies, you should really subscribe to Maria Dykster's YouTube channel. It's pretty much essential if you want to stay on top of how these systems are evolving. So we'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. For the last 20 years, we've built our entire digital presence to be seen by humans. The question now is your company also built to be seen by the machines that are now guiding those humans? Because in this new era, you absolutely have to be built for both.